Mic check 1 2. Loud, I wish I was dead. Cicada husks are scattered around. Feels as if the beating sun is right on top of us. Burning, sizzling, scorching the clearing. That's how I feel right frickin' now. Texas, cool down, please. A hot midsummer day. Midsummer? Yeah, it is midsummer. It's as if the world was warped into one massive frying pan. Are we talking about real life or the game? It does sob, 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 sob. Akiha is crying. The little girl who's always following after me is weeping into her hands. He is covered in blood. A child is on the ground. That is a lot of paint. He lies deathly still, his white shirt stained a deep red. I gaze down at them. My hands drip with the same red. No, that's not right. My hands are soaked in its blood. Shiki! The adults are here. The faces contort as they realize what transpired. How could this happen? They drag Akiha away. The other thing is dead. Towering white clouds sail high above in the distance. Left alone, I gaze up vacantly at the summer sky. Did you kill him? The adults are yelling. They're yelling the killer's name, my name, screaming the same two syllables over and over like they've lost their minds. Just two syllables. The adults call out Shiki as they bear down on me. My hands are drenched in blood. I still don't understand. Killing that which can be killed. Killing that which lives. What's wrong with that exactly? Last thing I remember was... I opened my tightly shut eyes. My dreams were familiar somehow. Something I didn't fully understand. I'm in my room. I remember losing consciousness in front of the gate, but I don't recall how I got here. I remember that. My mind is still sluggish. The events of last night come back to me in a scrambled mess. So many crazy things happened that I have trouble processing it all, but one part does stand out. Miss Noel, though I really should be dropping the miss part at this point. It defies reality. It really doesn't. She did warn you she was a nun. Our self-proclaimed beautiful substitute teacher is actually a nun who protects the city from vampires. How much weirder can this all get? I mean, for a normal person, yeah, this is probably not. But at this point for you, you should be like, you know what? This is Tuesday. Let's just move forward. Everything with Arcoed was already a shock to my system, but Miss Noel's true identity was so out of left field, it beggars belief. If someone were to tell me that last night was all a dream, I'd happily believe them. But that isn't happening. And as easy as it would be to write it off as such, that was clearly no dream. Miss Noelle is a human who hails from the same world as Arkwood, a human who hunts vampires, a human who serves to protect the town and its inhabitants, though I can tell from the way she speaks that she's different from the rest of us. Which part? The part about the fact that she's from France? Or the part that she fights vampires? Like you? Because right now, everything is just insane with her. I'm sure she considers each and every vampire her enemy worthy of extermination, even Arkwood, and I guess by extension, me. That's racist! That is subtly racist. I should get up. I have other things to worry about. Time to get moving. It's 7:30. Most days I'd be finished with breakfast by now. Strange. Hisui isn't here. Usually she's standing there like a shadow on the wall, but I don't see her today. I bet she came to wake me up a few times, and when I wouldn't budge, she probably gave up and returned to her other duties. I must have been so tired I slept right through it. I mean, you did get in 2 fights in one night, and one of them was with your teacher. I'd be like, I'm not going to school today. I'm going back to bed. A deep sigh escapes my lips. I'll be sure to take a nap before meeting up with Arkwood tonight. There's no point in letting my thoughts linger over what happened last night. I could just talk it over with Arkwood later. And if I don't try to have a normal life during the day, at least I might go nuts. Alright, time for breakfast. Honestly, I'm not really that hungry, but I could use the nutrients. I mean, if you're gonna keep fighting these things, yeah, you better. Especially after last night. Yeah! My body needs fuel to shake off the fatigue. I saw that coming. I knew you were gonna fall. Is it the anemia or the exhaustion from getting in 2 fights last night? What? I try lifting my body off the bed, only to find myself collapsing right back down. Like a tree felled for lumber, I tumble shoulder first onto the floor. I'm stuck here, unable to move my arms and legs. Thankfully, everything is so hazy that I've yet to panic. My body may be paralyzed, but I'm breathing normally. Must be the anemia again, I think dully, as if it were happening to someone else. I mean, to be fair, this is not the first time you've done this game. And just like that, I spend my morning on the floor staring at the clock until Hisui comes to check on me just after 8. Did you try screaming for help? Because the answer is clearly no. I'm terribly sorry. I will accept any punishment. There you go. I should have realized there was something wrong, Mr. Shiki. It's not your fault, Hisui. And it's not that big of a deal, I promise. I beg to differ. This is not the first time you've done this. I think this is the 3rd. Let's see. You fell asleep in mud. You did it in class. This is at least 3. Any others I'm missing? I feel like there's at least one more. I'm lying on my bed with my back propped against the headboard. If it weren't for Hisui, I'd still be planted on the floor. She got you up? That's a strong-ass maid. Her body does not scream, I can carry that 17-year-old boy onto bed. My sister has contacted the school. She said you will be absent for health reasons. Is that alright? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. I'd rather avoid missing school for this sort of thing, but it's true that I'm kind of fatigued. I believe this goes far beyond simple fatigue, Master Shiki. You cannot even stand. Given your position as the eldest son of the family, I must urge you to take better care of yourself. Don't worry, I'm being careful. You falling begs to differ. I offer an awkward reassurance after Hisui's surprisingly harsh words. Hisui's reaction when she found me sure was something. When she first opened the door, she was frozen stiff for a few seconds. She then rushed over to help me, and with a face full of determination and purpose, she froze again for a solid minute. Flustered, she paced around the room for a few minutes before finally leaving to get Kohaku. Even though Hisui wasn't the one to physically pick me up, there's no questioning her commitment to my well-being. After that, Kohaku helped me to bed and made me some rice porridge, which brings us to now. The one silver lining to all of this is that Akiha has already left for school, and nobody has bothered to inform her. To be fair, she doesn't exactly have a cell phone. You can't exactly send a text to this girl and be like, "Hey, your brother? Yeah, he's staying in bed today because he decided to pass out again. His poor anemia is kicking his butt today." If I had fallen 30 minutes earlier, she may have been late. Anyway, thank you for the help. Now that I've had a nice meal, I should be feeling better soon. You can go back to work now. This is work. Understood. But I strongly advise you to see a doctor. I agree, but they're probably just going to say the same thing. Dr. Arak is here today. Perhaps you could take this chance to undergo a thorough examination. What a coincidence. So that oddball doctor's here too, huh? Can we skip this, please? Is no an option? Is no an option? I really don't think I need to be examined, but I doubt Hisui will just let this go. Yeah, we're going with Kohaku. Obviously. I'll go with Kohaku. I'm sure it's just my anemia acting up from the being so worn out. I'll see if she has anything to help with dizziness and eye strain, and maybe get some supplements too. I don't want to deal with Kohaku. Not Kohaku. Arak. That was exhausting last time. I'm just like, girl is making me tired just from speaking. Though I'd rather avoid having her look at my body. It's that or Arak. I'm scraped and bruised all over from last night's scuffle, and with Miss Noel, and on the off chance Kohaku found that I have internal bleeding or something, it turned into a whole debacle. Shiki, you lout, how did you get yourself injured like this? I can practically hear her scolding me. I'll take the scolding over Arak any day. Shiki, you red shirt! Did she just make a Star Trek reference? Did she just say we're going to die now? She just called us a red shirt! We're not making it to the end of this chapter, I guarantee it! How did you get these injuries? Your back is one big bruise. My teacher beat the crap out of me. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful. Sure enough, it took all of a minute for her lecture to begin. I will still take this over Arak. Though I gotta wonder what she means by red shirt. He is not a nerd. I fell going up the hill I used to get to school. Bam! Flopped on the pavement. My, that sounds terrible. Let me get some compressors for you. I'll just be a moment. Oh, and would you mind taking your temperature for me in the meantime? First aid kit in hand, Kohaku rises from her seat on the edge of the bed. She could have left it here, but I guess she's too much of a professional for that. I mused to myself as I watched her exit the room. Jeez. Gotta stop spacing out. You could just leave that first aid kit here, Kohaku. You're coming right back, aren't you? Oh, this only contains medicine to soothe your discomfort, so I need to go and replace those with some things for your bruising. Besides, your room is so clean, it wouldn't be right for me to clutter it up with my own things. Hisui runs a tight ship in terms of cleaning this room. She is not going to let it smell like Teenage Boy at all. Gotcha. But you don't have to worry about stuff like that. I'm not a neat freak or anything. Nah, you just have the best maid in the world. She is simply one hell of a maid. Really? But your room is spotless. Not on purpose, I just don't own much. Now that you mention it, the only things delivered from the Arima household were a few changes of clothes. Do you really not have anything else? Based on the allowance that Akiha gives him? Probably not. Nope, all I need. I can fit in my bag. Oh, I brought everything I thought was important. My first day here, I stuffed the contents of my bag into my desk drawers. If I ever end up getting kicked out, all I need to do is collect the things in there and I'm good to go. I think the proper phrasing should be, if I ever decide to get the hell out, all I need to do is collect the things in there and I'm good to go. I'm sorry, I had no idea. I presume Master Makihisa took the things when you left from the Arima house. No, I've always been like this. There was nothing I ever wanted, so I never bothered asking the old man for anything. That's so sad. I actually don't remember much from being for the accident, so maybe it was different back then. My mind wanders back to my time alone in that hospital room. After days of no visitors and only the lines of death keeping me company, I decided to escape that hellhole. Thanks to that, I had the incredible fortune of meeting Master. No, I kind of remember coming back to the mansion once in a while. Once while I was in the hospital. Though, all I recall is Dad summoning me to a study and then proceeding to kick me out. I think that's when he said I wasn't fit to be the heir of the Tono estate and disowned me. Of course! I freaking called that. Of course. I'm sure you were exhausted from your stay in the hospital. Hospitals are really, really exhausting. Every day blends into the next. We have nothing to do but lie in bed. Definitely. And I was there for 6 whole months. Though it passed by in a blur. By the time it was over, it felt like barely a month had passed. I think that's a good thing, Shiki. 6 months cooped up in hospital doesn't sound like much fun to me. 1 month was awful for me. 6 months sounds like hell. Especially when you're at the age where all you want to do is play. Kohaku is right. The reason my stay felt so short was thanks to all the people who helped me. I wish I could thank the doctors who saved my life and the nurses who took care of me so kindly. Oh my, I keep getting distracted. You should thank those nurses, honestly, now that I say that aloud. Nurses are the backbone of the medicine society. Medicine society? Medical industry. What? It was brain did not English right there at all. Oh my, I keep getting distracted. I'll be right back, so don't go wandering away, okay? If you can't handle a little first aid, you'll do no better than a kitty cat. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. If he does, he's going whee! Face first. Onto concrete. Or wood. What is this floor made out of? She smiles on her way out, the twinkle in her eyes shining brighter than any star. I still have choice words about that house. It is too damn big. If you got rooms you are not using, it is too damn big. It's afternoon now. After having a light lunch, I return to my room. Hisui urges me to get some rest today. Not that I have anything to do in the first place. Now that I'm feeling better, I think I'll... We're staying on the 2nd floor. Who am I kidding? After mulling it over what to do, I decided to take my first walk around the estate in 7 years. I'll stick to the 1st floor for now and make my way over to the courtyard. Ooh, that's pretty. I find myself squinting from the sunlight peeking through the windows. The lobby never ceases to amaze me. When I was little, I used to get in trouble all the time for exploring the mansion. It seemed like a castle back then. I was so certain that it looked hard enough I would find some secret passageway into another world. Is that a Narnia reference? Did you check the wardrobe? That sense of adventure is gone now, though, along with my nagging father. They're all in the past. Feels like a lifetime ago. Even just walking down the halls used to get my heart pounding. I guarantee you, this house is going to be a hotel by the end of this game. 7-year-old memories of sneaking through my lobby began to resurface, or at least by the end of Akiha's life. Spurred by those echoes of the past, I began to stroll around the mansion. I head outside to the terrace. Strange as it is, I have a better recollection of the ground than the mansion itself. Probably because you spent so much time out there as a kid, playing in the yard, getting yourself into trouble that gets you kicked out. It's hard to fathom just how enormous the estate is. If the mansion itself is 10 times bigger than most houses, then the land beneath must rival the size of an amusement park. Please do not include snark. That's all I ask, is please not include snark. To a 10-year-old like me, it must have seemed like a dreamland, a fantasy world that I could call my own. I spend my day roaming around, carving my name into the trees of the dirt. Akiha and I had a game where we'd see who could claim the most territory. We decided at one point we controlled any area we carved our name on. From there, we set out to tag pretty much everything we could find. That sounds like a great game, honestly. That sounds like a fantastic game. Most of the time we spent together was actually out here in the garden. Though unlike me, she listened to Makihisa, so she could only play for 30 minutes a day. Even so, all she ever did was follow closely behind us, listening carefully to what we said. But once she got going, she'd run around turning everything into a competition. Why am I not surprised? You know, maybe the groundwork for her current personality was there all along. Could have been a facade, an act she was putting on in front of the old man. Still, even if that were true, she changed too much. Or maybe I just didn't understand how long 7 years can be. Both is probably true. How's everyone doing today? We doing good? If you're enjoying the story so far, make sure to join in. Subscribe. We do this every Sunday. We're going to miss the next 2 Sundays. I'm going to be out of town and I'm going to be at a convention. Time passes and children grow up. Neither of us who were back then. What is your favorite memory as a child? Be honest with me. Does anyone have a fantastic memory where they're just like, this is my favorite memory? Playing in a ditch? That's my favorite memory. My mom used to throw me outside and say, go play in a ditch, don't come back home till the streetlights come on. Or dinner time. Whichever came first. Go take care of your dog. Go play with the neighbors. We didn't sit at home and play video games. We had an hour a day. Oh, here it is. There's a gazebo in the courtyard. At the base of one of these pillars, hidden from the sun's glaze, I find a name etched into the stone. I circle around the building court, counting the names as I go. Shiki, Akiha. Shiki, Akiha. Now, Shiki, Shiki, Shiki. It looks like this place was fought over 5 times. Most places are the same, with my name appearing a lot more than hers. Akiha was still a little girl. She probably just couldn't keep up with my boundless energy. Yeesh. Couldn't I have gotten a little easier on her? No, at your age, you do not care about that. Although it's not like I can go back and change what happened just because I feel bad about it now. Akiha has always hated losing. From the looks of this, I bet she made her shed quite a few tears. Oh, maybe her current attitude stems from her still holding a grudge against me. Akiha is the last person I'd expect to do that, but there is something incredibly adorable about the thought of it. Look at me dotting on her like a sappy older brother. I chuckle wryly to myself before lifting my head. And we're having a nostalgia trip! Should have just called this a trip down memory lane. Because that's essentially what we're doing. A giant trip down his childhood memory lane. Because we can't go fight vampires right now. I've had some fun walking down memory lane. Maybe it's time I head back in. But before I turn to leave, something catches my eye. I spy another marking scratched into the underside of the gazebo ceiling. All the way up there. How did that get carved there? I doubt an adult could even reach that high, let alone a child. And that's my name. From within the gazebo, I put my feet on the handrail to get a better look. It's well hidden. Adults wouldn't be able to see it unless they crouched at the correct angle. There, lurking in the hidden corner of the ceiling. Beware your brother. That's not menacing. That's not menacing at all. Beware your brother. Mummy Guy did that. What's his name? Who is Mummy Guy? What's his name? Shoko? Shoto. I know it starts with SH. I can't remember his name. And I'm pretty sure he's the bad guy. What? I don't understand. Beware your brother. This isn't Akiha's handwriting, which would mean I wrote this. A sudden sound draws my attention. Hisui? Through the trees, I glimpse the brown and white of a maid's uniform. Is that Hisui? She hasn't noticed me. For whatever reason, she continues further into the forest. Why is she going in there? All that's out there is more trees. So what could she possibly be doing? Follow her, and why don't we find out together? Curious, I decide to follow her for a bit. It's adventure time! We're getting ourselves in so much trouble today. There's a path through the forest, though it hasn't been paved. They say the woods were once the main part of the Tono family estate. Originally, the land where the mansion and the garden stand was just the entranceway to this forest, but after the war, the head of the family decided to change things to how they are now. I proceed through the woods. The trees aren't too dense, but they seem to stretch on into infinity. Woods tend to do that. Eventually, I spot a strange building. Was this always here? I half expect Hisui to go inside, but instead she walks in the opposite direction. Maybe it's some kind of temple or gathering hall. I continue treading along. Nope, I remember this moment. The werewolf is in the house. Where's the house? After about 10 minutes of walking, the labyrinth of trees comes to an abrupt end. A clearing? In the middle of the forest is an unnaturally open field. What could this place be? Home of the werewolf. Where's Bayo? At the very least, I have no memory of it. If I hadn't tailed Hisui, I would have never known about this tiny patch of land buried deep in the forest. Since when was this here? If we'd known about it, we would have played here all the time. I have no recollection of playing in this clearing with Akiha, at least. I don't think I do. Do I? I contemplate for a second before stepping into the clearing. There's not much here. Hisui, who had been ahead of me this whole time, is nowhere to be seen. It's just a vacant spot. The sun beats down harder in the center of the clearing. Even looking down, its glaring white rays overtake my vision. Call for help. The anemia is about to kick in. I wonder if it's because I've been in the shade for so long. Feels like the middle of summer. Glancing upward, I find huge fluffy clouds. Huge fluffy clouds. Try saying that 5 times fast. Huge fluffy clouds. Huge fluffy cloud. High in the sky. The air shimmers with heat. And the keening of cicadas eats me. The cries of the cicadas, shut them up, please, shut them up, please. I genuinely can't stand the sound of cicadas anymore. I used to think they were peaceful, and now it's just, now that I got invaded a few years back, just covered in them, because every single one was out looking for a mate, I can't stand them. I got a whole bunch of carcasses outside my door right now. Oh, my consciousness sizzles. My knees buckle, thudding into scalding sand and soil. I know this place. I may have forgotten, but I know it. The summer sun batters my forehead. The screams of cicadas echo in my ears. The smell of blank assaults my nostrils. This game really loves to just leave words out and leave me so confused. I can't even get a genuine idea of what it says. At my feet lies a crumpled mass, dark and red. Oh. That was alive just moments ago. Oh. Now I know what's going on. Ow. The wound on my chest flares. Like a knife. Splitting skin, flesh, this pain punctures through my chest. The cicadas screech, screech, screech. They wail for it to stop, stop, stop. They cry for the dead, dead, dead. I hear more screeching of cicadas. Even though it's already autumn. Looking up, I feel the summer sun pierce my eyes. The tepid air makes me feel sick. I'm besieged by the sights and sounds of empty shells. The huge husk of the cicada lies at my feet. A husk that was once a human. The wound slits open. Okay, we're going back to this. A deluge of red spills out of the chest, coating my hands in a glistening crimson. I glimpse the silhouette of a figure slumped over, followed by the sound of a young girl's footsteps rushing towards it. Towering clouds sail high above the distance. Beneath a blue sky, creatures have cast off the shell of this mortal coil. By the time I realize what's happening, I see Akiha's bloodied and crying. Could we please explain what exactly happened? We've got a vague idea, but right now my only thought is Akiha did it. Screech, 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 screech. I'm in hell. The shrill of the cicadas threatens to pierce my eardrums like a needle. What is this? My chest stings. I think I'm going to be sick. My wound should have closed a long time ago. Why does it hurt so bad now? It feels busted. Unimpeded, a red fluid begins to flow. What's happening? My wound hasn't healed at all. It hurts. I'm scared. This is the impulse of death. My consciousness plummets. Pus blooms where my wound tears open. My mind regresses, smothered by illusions of summer. Feels like my soul is escaping. I hear the soft thud of my body hitting the grass. We're in trouble. I can hear people talking.
秋葉様、
And we're awake.
お医者様をお呼びしないのですか？
Will you not be calling a doctor,
バカなことは
Mr.
言わないで
Tsukihime?
翡翠。
Don't be ridiculous, Hisui.
そんなわけがない
My
でしょ。
brother's injury is far from normal. How could we possibly call a doctor for this? Akiha and Hisui are speaking? This is Shiki's room. I'm sleeping on the bed. My senses are finally back. I try to push myself up and break the tension with a greeting, but my body won't listen to my brain's commands. Though the pain in my chest is gone, my entire body feels like the lead. Looks like my mouth and eyes are the only things I got control
一体
over.
どういうつもりなの翡翠。兄さんはあの場
Explain
所に
yourself,
近づけてはいけ
You
ない。
know full well that Shiki shouldn't be allowed anywhere near there.
申し訳。
I'm terribly sorry.
謝って済む問題じゃない
You
わ。
think an apology will fix things? The reason I had you attend Shiki in the first place was precisely to avoid something like this.
それを忘れて。
What on earth were you thinking? Akiha is seething mad. This might be the most emotion I've seen from her. Hisui's head bowed, simply receives her scolding. I don't know what led to all this. And right now, the one who is in the most trouble with me is Akiha. Hisui did not know he was there. What was she supposed to do if she did not know? All I could tell is that Hisui was getting yelled at because of me. And Akiha's the one who needs to be disciplined.
ほら、口にしてもらえないかしら。
Why don't you tell me
あなたは今日一日
just what you were doing today
こ
and
の
where?
人が朝に倒れ
Not
たことを
only did you
報
neglect
告
to
せず
report that he'd collapsed,
天津
you
さん
then
はあの
allowed
よう
him
に
into the
語ってしまっ
forest.
た。
This was either a willful act or
これ
one
は
of
明
gross
確な
incompetence.
意図があった
Hey,
というの。
you have no form of contact. You lack a cell phone in this day and
それ以
age.
下の頭だもの。
There is no way to get a hold of you. No one's just going to call up the school and be like, hey, could you please tell Akiha that her brother collapsed? That's not how it works. Text the cell phone. Be like, hey, your brother collapsed. But you don't have a cell phone, do you? Second off, what do you mean allowed him? It's not like she knew. I'm pretty sure if she knew he was following her, she would have been like, you're not allowed in this area, Master Shiki. You need to go back to bed. You collapsed earlier. You need rest. The one who misbehaved was Shiki, and he did it on gross ignorance. Second off, you are in trouble because you have no form of contact in this day and age, and your brother has anemia.
答えなさい、翡翠。
I cannot stand this girl
私
at
に
all.
逆らうつもりなの。
Answer the question, Hisui, or do you intend to defy me as well? Hisui maintains her silence. The air in the room grows heavier with every breath. Akiha bites her lips and takes a step forward. It's obvious to me that she's going to strike her. Lay a hand on her. Lay a hand on her and see what happens. Hisui continues to look down at the floor and ready to accept her punishment.
ちょっと待て。
Wait a second,
秋葉。
Akiha. Go, Shiki, you just... Okay. Thank God, I was about to lose it.
兄さん。
Shiki, you're awake.
秋葉があんまりにうるさいんで、今目が
Yeah,
覚めた。
hard to sleep when you're being so loud. Oh. Akiha looks away, visibly uncomfortable. Hisui, meanwhile, has her eyes on the floor and won't even look in my direction. Hisui, you are not in trouble.
あんまり翡翠には
Hey,
るなよ。
you shouldn't be so hard on
事情は
Hisui.
知らないけど
I don't really know what's going on, but this is about me collapsing, right? Then it's not her fault, it's mine.
翡翠に責任はない。
Thank you, somebody who actually has the cojones to speak the truth. And stand up to this girl. Urging strength into my arms, I lift myself into a sitting position. That simple motion takes all the energy I have. At this point, I don't think I could lift a finger. But for Hisui's sake, I need to pretend like I'm okay.
ったくお前も俺のこ
Jeez,
となんか
don't fight over me. You may look older, but I guess you're still a kid after all.
兄さんはあれから
But you were unconscious this whole time. For more than 10 hours. It's never been that bad before. What was I supposed to do if you never woke up?
なかったはずです。もし兄さんがあのまま目が覚めなかったら。
Yes, justice for Hisui. Justice for Hisui. Hisui deserves the utmost respect. Her and Gohaku have all the brownie points and my protection at all times. I will stand up for her.
バカ。縁起でもないこと
Hey,
言わないで
don't say stuff like that. You're gonna
こんなの
jinx
は
me.
ただの貧血
That was just my usual anemia. Wait,
なんだ
are you telling me it's already
もう
past
10時を
10?
回ってるのか
はい。
Yes.
ですから、
Do
兄
you
さんはお昼か
see
ら
now?
今まで。
You've been unconscious since midday. Akiha's tone is reserved. But it's not my health I'm worried about. It's my promise to Arkwood. I can't be mad. I want to get on to him, but I can't be mad. Because when a girl you like is involved, you ignore your health for everything for her. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. 10 o'clock, and you don't dare be late. Don't you dare be late. She looked like she really meant that last part. I can only imagine what she'll put me through if I'm late again.
やばい行かなくちゃ
Crap. I have to get going. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him before he gets himself
あいや
hurt.
ごめん俺は出かけるから
Sorry, Akiha, but I've got to head out. The rest will have to wait. Be nice to Hisui, okay? You better be nice to Hisui. I will find a way to reprogram this game and discipline you if you are not. Protect Hisui.
言わないでください。
Don't be ridiculous.
私、兄
I
さん
won't
が内
ask
容どこに
where
行
it
くか
is you've been going, so please stop pushing yourself just for tonight.
聞きませんから。どうか、今夜ぐらいは、ご自分の体を大事にしてあげてください。
I want to argue with her, but she's also got a point. She's got a legit point. I want to argue with her.
アキハ
Akiha. She genuinely pleading with me. Seeing her this worried, I can feel my determination start to
でも
waver.
こんなのは
This really doesn't happen all the time, you
中
know.
学の頃なんて
Back in the middle school, I'd pass out twice a day.
だから余計に心配なんで
That's
す。
precisely why I'm so worried.
兄さん、
Please, Shiki, just this once, listen to me. I'm begging you.
今日ぐらいは私の言うことを
If you weren't such a brat for the most of this game, I'd be willing to listen to you. But I don't want to listen to you. Akiha peers into me, anxiously awaiting my response. Nope, we are going to see Arkwood. I would listen to you if you weren't such a pain in my butt every single time you open your mouth. I'm glad that Akiha's worried about me, but I can't break my promise to Arkwood. Okay, I'll stay in and sleep for tonight. I lower my torso back down on the bed.
本当ですか。
Really? You won't try to sneak out later, right?
部屋を抜け出したりするのも。
あの
Do you really think I could slip out unnoticed in this
あ
state?
は
You a little liar!
そうです
You're a little liar! I suppose now that you mention it. Akiha lowers her shoulders, obviously relieved.
翡翠、琥珀に
Hisui,
兄さん
Koto
が目を覚
Haku,
まし
my
た。
brother, is awake.
兄さん、夕食はどう
Will
し
you
ます
be having dinner tonight, Shiki?
食事はちょっと
Sorry, but I don't think I could eat. It's just gonna
あ
be...
でも
I'm just gonna be
飲み
late.
物くらいなら
I'm just gonna sleep.
野菜ジュースと
Oh,
か
I could probably drink something, though. If you have some vegetable juice, that would be great.
わかりました。翡翠、
Very well.
そう
Hisui,
琥珀
inform Kohaku.
かしこまりました。
Understood.
野菜ジュース、
Vegetable juice, one blend of carrot, tomato, Chinese cabbage, red bell pepper, plum, and more. Coming right up.
梅などのミックスを支給。
Now I want plum juice. Be right back. Sour plum juice! Sour plum juice. It is not sponsored. It's just really good. I'm not familiar with that recipe. Maybe it's Kohaku special.
では私も退出します。
Please excuse me as well. And Shiki, don't hesitate to call me if anything happens. I'll hurry to your side no matter the hour.
何時で
Akiha exits the room, turning off the light as she goes.
すまないアキハ
Sorry, Akiha. I whisper as I rouse myself for bed. The lights are off, but my vision flickers between black and white. Simply standing up is enough to sap my consciousness away. This is far from my usual anemia. Even so, I have to get to the park. It's her we're talking about. Who knows how many hours she'll waste waiting if I don't. My unsteady steps carry me to my desk. We're gonna die, aren't we? Or Akiha's gonna... Not Akiha. Arkuet's gonna kick our butt for this. I take my knife from my drawer and put it on my jacket. I really don't think I'll be able to sneak out like this. I need to rest until I can at least run it, unless I want to be caught by Hisui and sent back to my room. So much for my promise. I'm going to be even later than yesterday, and Arkuet will give me another earful, though maybe that won't be so bad. I plop myself onto the floor. 1 hour. If I rest just 1 hour, I should at least be able to walk. We are in so much trouble. I arrive at the park just before midnight when we are in so much trouble. We are 2 hours late this time. I'm strong enough to shuffle along, but my snail's pace added an extra hour to the trip. Shoulders heaving, I do a quick sweep of the area. At the rest area, where we usually meet, I spot her, the white silhouette, standing starkly against the shadowed park. So, she was waiting. And she looks mad! She looks mad! She walks straight to me, her boots tapping against the ground. Thank you for keeping me waiting again tonight, you jerk! Thank you for keeping me waiting again tonight, you jerk! It's good you finally showed up, but now you're going to tell me exactly why you were late by 2. Arkuet cuts herself short the second she sees my face. And now she's mad you're here! Wait, what happened, Shiki? You're totally pale and I can't even sense your life force. Did you go looking for zombies without me? Exactly how adventurous do you think I am? I'm just feeling a little anemic. It's pretty common for me, so there's no need to get worked up over it. More importantly, sorry for making you wait 2 whole hours. I came as fast as I could, I swear. Oh, it's fine, I'm over it. She wants to be mad, but when she sees a sick little face, she's like, I can't be mad. I can't be mad at that sick little face. They obviously like each other. They very clearly like each other. They are the most realistic couple ever. I was wondering why you were late, bud. And his face said it all. He probably shouldn't be here. Something must be wrong with you. Why would you come out when you're feeling like that? Because he wanted to keep his promise to you. Because I promised. I'm not about to skip out on helping you over something like this. And hey, I couldn't leave you alone after what happened yesterday. Who knows what would go down? Can we get this girl a cell phone, please? Can we get this girl a cell phone that we could just message, hey, I'm sick. Can we skip tonight? We have a cell phone. A cell phone would solve 90% of this problems. Not the vampire problem. That's another situation all on itself. Well, a Nokia, actually, maybe. Just throw the Nokia at the vampire and it's just... Problem solved. I'm glad you remembered, though. You could have left out that second part. But it really is strange. Horrible, even. Horrible? What is? How you don't understand your own body even a little bit. Oh, he understands. He just does not care. Humans have unstable life forces, but yours is practically volatile. I mean, he does see the lines. Are we surprised at this point? You spend your life far closer to death than others. I don't think if it's a side effect of your isekai's of death perception, or simply a twist of fate, but you're like a wave, perpetually brushing against the boundary between life and death. No wonder you two are drawn to each other so much. No wonder. All I'm going to say is that does not surprise me at all.
だからあなた
The
の
living
貧
dead?
血とやらは
A guy on the line between life and death at all times.
大丈夫なんていうものじゃない。
It's a match made in heaven? Hell? I'm not sure quite at this point. That's why there's no guarantee you'll be fine this time just because you were before. Preach, sister.
いい
Preach.
あなた
Listen,
は
Shiki,
外的要
your
因
body
に
is
すぐ
naturally
抵抗があ
resistant
る
to death by outside causes.
一度
My guess
そうい
is
った
it's
要因
because
の
you
歴史を
experienced
体験し
something
た
near
からで
death
しょう。
before. And I still want an explanation.
内的
But
要
in
因に
exchange,
すぐは
you
抵
got
抗
almost
力
zero
があるで
resistance
な
to death from within.
頻繁に貧血で倒れ
Your
るのは
anemia must be a
体が
mechanism
行
your
って
body
いる
uses to
人
protect
間
itself.
が内側の異常には
You're not
気づけない
consciously noted.
あなたの
You may not
体がそ
consciously
れを
notice
本
that
能的
it's
に
happening,
感知して
but
い
your
る
body can sense these things.
これ以上は取り返しがつかなくなる
When it knows it's near the point of no return,
強
it
制
forces
的に
you
あな
to
たを
rest.
休ませよう今の貧血だって本来
And
の
it's trying its
必要以上に
hardest right
おかしくな
now
いか
to
も
make
し
you
れない
rest. This time is no
覚醒でき
exception.
たの
This
は
easily
た
could
ま
have
たま
been
運が良か
enough
っ
to
たか
kill
らと
you.
思いなさい
You should count yourself lucky that you even woke up at all. To be fair, he barely understands the lines as it is, so maybe we should have been explaining this stuff to him earlier when we had the whole exposition dump on vampires. I wouldn't quite say that the scales have fallen from my eyes, but her explanation tracks. I nod along. Does this mean we're going home? I always thought my anemia as my body doing the equivalent of a forced shutdown on a computer, but I guess you can look at it the opposite way too. As Arkwood would have it, my anemia isn't a symptom of my weak constitution. It's more like a breaker tripping before my circuits get completely fried. That sounds kind of like an exaggeration. But let me get this straight. You're saying that when I'm feeling anemic, it's a second away from keeling over and dying. I think back to every miserable morning these past 7 years.
もう私は本気
Hey,
で忠告
I'm
してる
trying
の
to warn you here.
でも来てくれてありがとう
I'm glad you came, though.
今夜はもう帰って
So,
ゆっくり
just
体
go
を
home and
休
get some
めな
rest for tonight. I can take care of the rest. I don't need your help if you're going to be sick. Without warning, she draws in close. She must really be worried to approach me so vulnerably. Arkwood's chest presses against mine before I can pull back. Thump. A dizziness wholly unlike the kind I'm used to pervades my mind. I've tried to ignore it, but right now I'm all too aware of the softness of her chest, of her porcelain skin, of her hair, golden and smoother than silk. Her captivating charms assaults my senses.
ごめん、アルクエド。
Sorry, Arkwood,
ちょ
but
っと離れてくれ。
could you take just one step back?
何よ私の言
What?
葉は信用
What?
でき
You
な
don't
いって
trust
いう
me?
の
Is it because I'm a vampire? No, it's because right now his heart is going doot 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 doot. He's got palpitations right now because he is way too attracted to you and he is having teenage boy moments. You're asking that now? Of course I trust you.
じゃあ
As
なんで
if.
視線
Why
を
won't
そ
you
ら
look
して
at
い
me
る
in
の
the eyes then? Because he's thinking something else right now. I need you to back away for a different reason, alright? I'm a guy. I don't know where I'm supposed to look if you're that close.
俺も男だから困る。
Well, he's speaking the truth, yeah? And that's the reaction you'd expect. Phew. For the time being, I've escaped one of the sources of my dizziness. 2 was absolute torture.
とにかく。
Anyway, it's nothing you need to worry about. Besides, if I get attacked like I did last night, I might not even make it. I can't be slacking off all at a time like this.
待って
Wait.
どういうこと
What are you talking about? Oh! Right, we never told her about Noelle. Oh! The trouble's back! We're back in trouble! You know that thing that attacked me outside that?
まずこれを
Oh. I need to tell you about that.
アルクエド。
Arkwood, I was attacked by something last night. Something dead.
俺が一人で屋敷に戻るところ
It was waiting for me when I got home. Arkwood's eyes expression grows stern.
信じられない
I can't believe you.
どうしてそんな大事
How
な
could
こ
you
とを忘
forget
れて
something
い
like
られ
that?
るのあなたは
Because I certain teacher decided to rear her face around and attack him. Look, I'm sorry, but hey, I didn't die, did I?
バカ、そんなだから
The fact that you're so casual about it is exactly what worries me. You idiot. At this point, I can't help it. Each and every day, there's some new stranger thing going on.
まあいいわ。
Again, at this point, it's a Tuesday. I'm pretty sure if just like some goblin walked up, it'd be like, yep, this is par for the course at this point. Yep. What else? What's next? Phoenix? Griffin? Hippogriffs? Whatever, tell me everything that happened. Arquid stares at me, her fierce gaze demanding an explanation. I calm myself down and try to explain the attack in as much detail as possible. Though I leave out the part about my shrouded assailant also being able to see my lines of death, I don't have any conclusive proof, so it could have just been my imagination. Did you talk about the teacher? That's probably something you should warn her about. And that's pretty much how it went down. After catching her up, I peek at Arquid to gauge her reaction. From start to finish, her eyes remain focused, her brow knit in concentration. What do you think? Are the shadowy zombies and that nun your enemies? Okay, so we did bring up the teacher. I got really worried there for a second. I was about to threat the absolute lid of like, hey, the nun fights vampires. We should probably warn the vampire about, hey, I was attacked and they thought I was a vampire. That's right. They both are. I don't know who the zombie works for, but I've got a good guess as to who the nun might be. I think you might know the one who saved you. She could probably find the vampire I'm searching for even faster than me. Arquid bites her lip in frustration. Her irritation is verging on rage. Arquid, is the nun who saved me one of the people you mentioned before? Yes. She's one of the church's inquisitors, an executioner from their most annoying division. Though, I find it hard to believe that Burial Agency could dispatch an executor so quickly. But, more importantly, what made you fight them? You said you'd help me, but you never said anything about fighting on your own. Arquid turns her glare towards me. To be fair, we were attacked. It was self-defense. Wow, she actually worried for me? I mean, she's been worried about you this entire time. I feel so betrayed. How could you ditch me and go have fun by yourself? Her priorities are not in order! That is not the priority here! I totally lost my chance to show off! Or maybe not. What happened to the serious conversation we were just having? Did I imagine it? I am serious. Seriously angry. I was excited that we were going to get to fight together. It may not be appropriate right now, but it makes me happy that she feels that way. To be clear, I wasn't exactly planning to fight it out all by myself. And you don't have a cell phone. I've got no intention of fighting vampires without you. Oh, then why did you do it? I thought it was the right thing to do. Maybe. Though I kind of regret it now. We didn't really get a choice. There was no right or wrong. It was live or die. And it spent like 15 minutes. The right thing to do. She tilts her head like I've just spotted gibberish. And ultimately, it probably is. Yesterday made me realize there's no higher calling to it all. When it happened, when I saw that silhouette in front of me, all I felt was fear. As I realized how abnormal my opponent was, I was shaken to my core. I then took out my knife, and we began our duel to the death. And then Hallbred just decided, hello! Shish kebab! My morality tells me that people shouldn't kill each other. That wasn't a person, though. It was a zombie. My self-preservation instinct, the desire not to die, isn't helping either. After all, someone else's death is inherently relevant to my own. In our life or death situation, cold logic serves me best. If I kill him, I survive. If I don't, I'm dead. It's a conclusion to end all conclusions. Motivation and certainty are all that drive me now. No, it's nothing. And hey, since things have calmed down, why don't we get started? It would be a waste if I came all the way here and we didn't even look for any zombies. Are you trying to make me angry, Shiki? Yes! You're completely missing the point. I told you to rest, didn't I? We took care of the zombies' feeding ground. For tonight, I'll just keep an eye out while we prep for tomorrow. Arquid's grim expression leaves no room for rebuttal. When she says it that firmly, I've got no choice but to agree with her. It's not like I'd be able to search for vampires alone in the first place. Alright. If you're that adamant about it, I'll head home and rest for the night. Good. Can I get an escort? Not only were you attacked last night, but your body is weaker than I've ever seen it. Get a good night's sleep, Shiki. I need you to be your usual self again. Alright. You can't get much done if I'm holding you back. No, she cannot! Okay. I'll make sure I'm at 100% by tomorrow. That's not really what I meant. Arquid seems dissatisfied. I don't know if I'll ever understand how she thinks. Guess I'll head back then. See you tomorrow, Arquid. I wave as I turn to leave. Hey, Shiki. I turn back to face her. What? Was there something else? If you really wanted me to, I suppose I wouldn't mind walking you home. Yes, please! I could use an escort. Because if the Noelle shows up, I need you to fight her for me. Arquid averts her gaze, her voice unsure. It seems that after what happened last night, she's concerned for me in her own way. Yes! Duh! Knowing that, the offer really doesn't sound too bad, and yet... No, better not. I'm terrified about what could happen to me tomorrow morning if someone saw you near the mansion. I'm good enough to walk on my own now. Nothing for you to worry about. Oh, okay. For the slightest moment, Arquid casts her eyes downward before looking up again. See you tomorrow then. She just wants to spend a little time with us. Is that too much to ask? The vampire in white waves goodbye before vanishing into the night. Do you want to save your progress? Yes. Waning moon. Yes. That was a short chapter. I was not expecting it to be that short. Genuinely. Malfunction. 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 Roger, roger. Low threshold exceeded. A broken vessel cannot be mended. Broken tableware serves no use. It's unsightly. So it's better hidden at the back of the shelf. If it's broken, it belongs in the trash. I dreamed of the moon. I don't remember where I was, or why I was looking at it. Maybe I didn't want to look at anything else. And when I glanced up at the night sky, the moon was the only thing there. My spine creaks. Mine aches. It is killing me right now. A midwinter chill courses through my veins. Alone in the darkness, dizziness takes over me. Above me sits the moon, dizzying, blinding, and enchanting. How strange. Instead of suffocating me, this cruel cold feels oddly comforting in its familiarity. Master Shiki? Hisui's voice filters through the early morning light. Master Shiki, it is time to wake up. Her monotonous voice brings me back to my senses. Please put the glasses back on. Quickly. Terrible things flood my vision the moment I open my eyes. Yeah, that is horrifying. Thank you very much. Please put them on. It feels like a bullet blasting through my brain. Ugh. I've only just woken up and I already feel like I might pass out. I fumble for my glasses, rushing to put them on before my vertigo gets any worse.
Shiki-sama.
Master Shiki, are you feeling unwell? It's fine. I'm just tired from yesterday. I'll be back on my feet soon enough, so there's no need to worry. Giving my head a light shake, I banish those awful lines from my memory. This is the price I have to pay for keeping my word to Arkoid, but damn if my senses aren't feeling dull today. Morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me up. Pushing myself to sit up straight, I smile as naturally as I can. I think nothing of it. This is merely my duty. It is hardly worth your thanks. You think I'm always grateful? You're far more pleasant than an alarm clock. And it's all thanks to her that I could wake up again today. I get out of bed. It's all a little before 7. I'm up about 10 minutes earlier than usual. Time for breakfast, right? You can go ahead and I'll catch up. I just said, please come to the dining room whenever you're ready. Hisui gives her usual small bow and quietly leaves the room. Or not? Master Shiki. Did you have a message for me or something? No, it's nothing. I hope you spend the day in good health. With that, Hisui leaves the room. Now then, my body might not be in top shape, but it's not like I feel bad enough to call in sick. I'm sure I'll feel fine after I have some of Kohaku's homemade breakfast. I wanted to see what Hisui's cooking is like. It's probably better or, like, rock hard. When I get to the parlor, I find Akiha seated in the sofa, standing by the wall. Good morning, Shiki. Did you sleep well last night? Oh, yeah. Morning, Akiha. There's a certain balance in her voice, betraying an out-of-character cheerfulness. What evil thing is going through your mind, young lady? A good mood is indicative of good mental health, so I'm happy to see it, but something's weird here. What's up? Don't you need to change it to your school uniform? No, I've arranged to remain in the mansion today. An urgent matter came up. Is it called your brother being sick? You will be attending school as per usual, no? By all means, go relish in the delights of being a student. Well, if it's not us, then what is it? I can see she's in a good mood, but she also seems strangely excited. You look much better today, by the way. I take it that's because you managed to rest well yesterday? Yeah, I even managed to get up earlier today. That sounds like I have nothing to worry about. I'm so glad you decided to listen to me. We did not listen. Not at all. Ouch. Right in the guilt. Giving my word to Arkoid came at the cost of betraying Akiha. The fact that I came back without exhausting myself doesn't change the fact that I lied to her. I'd better make a quick retreat before I do anything to give away how tired I am. I'm going to have breakfast in the dining room. I'll go straight to school afterwards, so don't worry about me. Very well. Please don't hesitate to inform me if anything arises. I will be here for a little while longer. Breakfast ought to put some energy back in my tired limbs. Hiding my less than ideal condition from Akiha, I head to the dining room. She knows something's up. She knows something is up! As soon as I finish breakfast, I leave for school. I was overly optimistic to think that breakfast would make me feel better, especially since I've never been able to eat much in the morning to begin with. My appetite was gone from the start. As a result, it took me more than 30 minutes to finish eating, a long time for a growing student. Oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't prepare anything which suits your palate. I promise tomorrow I will be better. I'll make something so good enough to bring a twinkle to your eye. Kohaku clutches her hand in front of her chest to show a fierce determination. For once, it's her who's sending me off instead of Hisui. I guess it's because she doesn't have to accompany Akiha today. ¿Por qué no los dos? ¿Por qué no los dos? I'd love to see both sisters send me off happily. No, I'm sorry for being such a picky eater. That pause, hold up. I just realized that phrasing. I don't have a better way of saying that doesn't be taken dirty. I meant it in a non-dirty way. That's the best I can say. I caused you nothing but trouble. Kohaku stares at me in silence. For just a moment, her perfectly unchanged eyes remind me of a machine. Kohaku, is there something on my face? Oh no, nothing like that. You're just looking a bit pale, that's all. They all know you liar! You a liar! A pang of dread hits me. Akiha didn't notice anything, but do I actually look that bad? No, she noticed. She just kept her mouth shut. It might be better if you stayed in today. Mrs. Akiha will be home as well. What say we call the school and tell them we won't be going? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just a little drowsy. I totally get it if you're still worried about yesterday, but I'd like to go to school whenever I'm able. Gosh, I can't go scolding you when you say it with such a sweet face, now can I? Alright, I'll keep this a secret from Akiha. But don't go pushing yourself today, okay? Of course, I'll come home early today, so I'd appreciate it if you gave me a pass. Understood. We'll await your return. He is a good student, but he does need to calm down a little bit. If I was in his position, I'd be like, I'm not going the fuck to school. No, thank you. I got bigger things to worry about, including zombies. Kohaku sees me off with a smile. It's not that I'm trying to give truth to my lies, but I do think I'll head right home after classes finish. That'll give me some time to rest, as well as an opportunity to reassure Akiha and the others that I'm fine before meeting Arkwood. Or for them to call you on your BS. I'm on my way to school. My limbs still feel stiff as I descend the hill like I'm wearing someone else's body. I expected this feeling to have passed by now, but I've had no such luck. It still feels like I'm dragging myself through a swamp. I get to the classroom. We're in the middle of the second period. My teacher scolds me for my lateness as I take my seat. Sitting down, I can finally... It's lunch now. Hold up! Hold up! Second period is right before lunch? Are these people operating on a block period or something? Arihiko is absent, which is too unusual, but there's another empty seat that draws my attention. Yumizuka's. She's probably absent due to a cold or some other perfectly normal reason. No, I'm concerned now. There's a vampire serial killer running around here. Now what should I do for lunch today? Eat. I'm so glad that was the conclusion we came up to. Right. If I don't eat it, I won't get any better. Except I don't have an appetite at all. Not because I feel sick, but more because I feel like it's lost the ability to function. So there's no need for me to eat. No reason for me to rise above from the chair. No energy to expand standing. No excess to waste. The strangest thing is that I accept my new condition without a moment's hesitation. Class is in session. Okay! We're just time jump. We didn't miss anything, right? Nope. There we go. There we go. Which class is this? I can't remember. Ah! How do I shut off auto? I know it's auto. I see the blackboard, I hear the teacher's voice. But none of it makes any sense. The universe and everything within it has become incomprehensible. The letters on the board blur together like smears of paint being washed away. I knew we should have stayed home. I don't feel so good. The entire classroom has tilted. My sense of balance abandons me. It's like tumbling down a hill. I try to cling to something for dear life, but this world is smooth, featureless. My consciousness slips and twists. I fall from the chair, unable to resist. Like a dropped bowling ball, I hit the floor with a hard, heavy, ugly noise. One of the girls screams. I vaguely register the quickened footsteps of the teacher approaching me. I am no longer conscious, but from somewhere off to the side, I calmly watch the aftermath of my fall. We really like to ignore our bodies, don't we? After that, things play out the same way they always do. I passed out from the anemia, so am carried to the nurse's office, which is where I slumber in one of the beds until I feel better. But by the time it hits 7 in the evening, I'm still running 38-degree fever, so the school nurse contacts the Tono mansion to arrange a pickup. 7:30 in the evening? Why was this not picked up sooner? It doesn't take long for someone to arrive. Like a shot from a movie. A luxurious black car rolls into the school's parking lot and slows to a halt. The car transports me not to a hospital, but back to the mansion. It makes sense. It's only a fever. My body is heavy, but I'm still fully conscious. Can we please take this boy to the hospital? Please? The black car drives through the night-filled city, apathetic to the mundanity of the world around it. It's just me and the chauffeur. I haven't spoken a word. I honestly expected one of the maids to be driving. I genuinely did. It's like, we have not met a chauffeur, so... One of the maids? Nope, just, we have a chauffeur. Shiki Tono sits in the back, fastened in place by a seatbelt. The air is stifling in and outside of the car. This feels more like a hearse, huh? I think of a joke, but I stop myself from saying it. The old mansion comes into view once we cross through the arch of the dark trees. I sigh, a combination of wonder and resignation. The mansion still looks like it did 7 years ago. Every decent castle has a dungeon built into it, and that's where we're going. She's going to throw us in it. A place to keep fearsome things, evil things, things that deviate from the norm. All that must be quarantined from the rest of the world. And your sister is about to throw her ass down there. Welcome home, Master Shiki. I've heard what happened. I will escort you to bed at once, so please endure it a bit longer. The maid greets me in the lobby. I just about managed to make it through the front door, but my knees give out soon after, and I almost collapse onto the carpet. Careful. My apologies. This way, if you would. You seem to still have a fever. By all means, hold on to my shoulder. Servant manages to catch Shiki Tono just before he falls, and now offers her shoulder to lean on. It's fine. I can still walk, at least. Thanks, though. I know how much you hate being touched. I replied to her with all the strength I can muster. That is true. It is difficult for me. but I must prioritize your health and well-being. I have yet to inform Akihara Kahaku, so please put yourself in my care for now. Your poor health is not your fault, Master Shiki. You need not act so strong. We all wish to rely on others, and to be relied upon. She softly squeezes my cold hand. All right, if you insist. I obediently follow the gentle voice's instructions. In me, there exists a desire to be relied on, and to rely on others. To be protected and to protect. To be given life and to give life. It all makes sense now. While they may have opposing directions, they don't contradict one another in the slightest. They encompass cravings we all simultaneously yearn for. We're going up the stairs now. Please mind your step. The maid guides me by the hand. Every step causes my surroundings to flicker as I teeter back and forth through existence. Still consumed by this haze, I let her lead the way. Are we sure we should be going up steps? Can we not stick him on the couch, please? Is there not a place for him to sleep on the first floor that wouldn't be so dangerous for him to climb up? Because if he falls, he's going down the steps. Oh, this isn't right. We're going the wrong direction. We're headed to the east wing, the place where Shikitono is not permitted to tread. Up ahead lies. This is the wrong way. Shikitono's voice echoes through the hall. The maid doesn't reply. It isn't just her voice that's missing. The gentle touch of her hand and the familiar presence of her uniform are nowhere to be found. What? I force my unsettled mind to take a note of my surrounding. There is no one in the hallway. There is no second. I can hardly feel anything. And now that I'm actually looking, there's no entrance or exit. Like unwanted junk that no longer serves any purpose. I've been left to gather dust at the back of my massive drawer. Oh. I collapsed like a building shaken from its foundation. Shikitono must have invited the ire of whatever was keeping him alive. The ground feels like a soft cushion, but perhaps a hard tatami mat woven from grass. As I've lost all sensation in my skin, I won't know the answer until the next time I wake up. It all ends with no explanation, though the truth remains hidden. The curtain still falls. An abrupt conclusion perfectly suited to Shikitono. I died! I died! I died! What choice did I make this Was it the fact I left last night? I think it's the fact that I left last night. I'm speechless. Well, time to play fast forward. Well, that went to absolute... we'll do Arcway this time. Really? That girl? From the ambushing me at the school to us patrolling the town, she didn't give me a moment of rest. On top of that, we even broke into the zombies' hideout where she made me watch that intense fight. None of this would have been conceivable for me a week ago. And her demands get more ridiculous for each passing day. A part of me just wants to tell her to cut me some slack. But she's not at all bad. She's always looking out for me in her own clumsy way, and at least it's never dull with her around. I guess that's why I don't find myself complaining. The thing that worries me is that she looks like... is that look she had. Must be because her wound is still causing her pain. I'll have to check that. She's all healed up tonight. Back to fast forward. Back to fast forward. Oh, we gotta do our rock. We'll do our rock, but just because we haven't done that path. Okay. Kohaku is probably busy with other work, so I'll see Professor Odak. I don't exactly trust her, but she is a professional. This is gonna be exhausting. Scrapes and bruises should be right up her alley. Plus, I still don't know the extent of my injuries. From my run-in with Mr. Well last night, it couldn't hurt to get looked at just in case I have some internal bleeding or something. I heard you asked to see little old me. But I've got some bad news, mister. There's nothing wrong with you. No broken bones, no missing limbs, not even an eyeball out of place. How do you expect to satisfy me with that? And FYI, I mean that kind of profession. But, so, not kinda. Why are you flirting with a 17-year-old boy? Why are you flirting with a 17-year-old boy? Despite complaining the whole time, Professor Odak takes a thorough look over my body. She checks the sound of my pulse, the measurements of my heart rate. I also have her examine my legs, which have weighed on my mind since the fight with Vlav. Ultimately, she finds nothing wrong. Everything comes back well within the norm. With an overdramatic pout, Professor Odak appears disappointed that there wasn't something more. Well, your temp is a little low, but so why don't we jazz things up with a shot? Maybe a placenta injection? That sounds fun, huh? Is that cannibalism? I know that they often put placenta in like a pill form and give it to women after giving birth, but why are we giving it to him? I would love an explanation just from anybody of like, yeah, we just casually do that actually. That's just normal in the medicine field. Yeah, it's full of vitamins and nutrients and stuff that are really good for your body. So we just carry placenta shots around? It's usually given to ladies, but I swear the stuff can work miracles. I know! Everything you just said in the first half, I know. But you just casually carry that stuff around? Placenta, the stuff extracted from uterine tissue? I hear it's mostly used in cosmetics, but it can also act as a stimulant for recovery from fatigue. They say it even has anti-aging properties. That'd be great. My old doctor used to give me some every now and then. Okay, so we just casually carry that around in the medical field? Got it. Perfect. That saves me a lot of explaining. Is my sickly boy used to the pokey pain? No, really, no. I mostly took it in pill form. It was rare for him to give me shots. I see. Alright, go ahead and hold out that hand for me. And squatchies right into my cute little patient. I seriously disagree with her choice of onomatopoeia. I disagree with a lot of what she says. With my shot done, the checkup is over. Except Professor Rock makes no move to leave the room. Instead, she lingers behind me, her eyes fixated on my body. But, Professor, is there something else you wanted to look at? There sure is. I caught a little glimpse before and it sparked my curiosity. Shiki, how many of those? When it comes from you, I get concerned. If this was Kohaku, I'd just be like, okay, coming from you, I feel concerned. What? Like all of them? Yep. Oh, you can keep the bottoms on, though. I don't want the boss to murder me. It's your top half that I want to see. Especially that big old scar on your chest. Oh, that. Sure, you can have a look at that. Could you please have just been like, could you please take your shirt off for me? Not clothes off now. I'm not wild about the idea, but there's no reason for me to say no. She is a doctor after all. In title, not in behavior. I take off my shirt and sit on my bed. Oh my gosh, what a juicy bud. I thought you had nice arms, but it's totally different seeing this whole package up close. We won't have to worry about starving in the winter with all this meat. She is exhausting. I want to go to bed now after this. She seems unable to contain her joy as she probes my shoulders, arms, and stomach. Touched like this and given her bold choices of dress, I find myself getting a little... You're a teenage boy, you get a pass. You were a teenage boy, you get a pass. I can't be mad at you. I was a teenager one time. I know how they think. Only difference is, I'm asexual. Doesn't mean I didn't exist around a whole bunch of other teenage boys. Aren't you going to look at my chest? My bad, got a little carried away. Okay, not sure what they used, but your wound's completely closed. For someone as frail as you are, your metabolic function's pretty solid. Or maybe you're just more of a survivor. Either way, it's super rude that you didn't bring anything for me to take out or replace. Like, why am I even here? After a couple minutes, Professor Doc moves away from the bed, seemingly satisfied. That really is something. I bet that could have killed one of those movie vampires, let alone a human. Did it hurt a whole lot when it happened? Just imagine it getting my engine running. Right. I was told a piece of glass fell and pierced me. Flustered by her use of word vampire, I explained something that doesn't need explaining. Oh, you don't remember? No memory of it, huh? In that case, let's change topics. You're already back home. It's not like you could get away even if you tried. Hold on! What did you just say? Psych! I'm only messing with you. Anyway, I think I'll be heading out. I hope you'll get to spend more quality time together in the future. I do not! Professor Doc leaves her heels clicking against the floor. Huh. Something about the way she walks reminds me of a spider skittering after its prey. Alright. Let's do second floor. After mulling over what to do, I decide to take my first walk around the estate in 7 years. I'll start with the second floor. The Tono Mansion is split into the East Wing and the West Wing. The East Wing contains Akiha's office, and even further in, her private quarters is practically her own little kingdom. I think this entire house is her kingdom. With the way she acts, she is queen of the universe. She is the most important person in the world. And how dare you act the way you act? I'm a little hesitant to intrude, so I'll stick to the West Wing for today. I make for the West Hallway. The path to my right connects to the lobby. Continuing forward would take me into the heart of the West Wing. And of course, my own room is directly behind me. Almost every room facing the hallway is empty. They would have been used by extended family members when my father was alive. I think this room at the end was Makihisa Tono's study. Arkway's words from last night linger in my mind. It's not just you that's special. It's your lineage. That's absurd. But then again, she's not the type to assert something without good reason. I search Makihisa's study. Akiha's at school. Kohaku is out shopping, and Hisui's cleaning the first floor. I'm completely alone. Great! We can get away with it. Some might consider it taboo to snoop around a dead man's room, but this is my house too. I don't have a right to know. Don't I have a right to know what's in there? Yes, you do. I would not call it taboo. Besides, what's the harm in taking a quick peek inside my dad's room? Absolutely nothing. A door at the end is locked. I take off my glasses and slice through the line sitting on the lock. There's no going back now. After a quick check back down the hallway once more to make sure nobody else is there, I venture in. This is going to get us killed. The ghost of Makihisa is in here. What's with this room? It's pitch black. Even with the curtains closed, it shouldn't be this dark. I grope around the wall to find the light switch before stopping myself. Turning on the light would have only broadcast the fact that somebody's in here. I'm probably just being paranoid, but I end up opting for my phone's flashlight instead. Smart move! I have a question. What's with the chains? Huh. It's way cleaner in here than I expected. The interior is similar to Akihi's office. I suppose it's only been a month since he died, so it's not too surprising it's still like this. Even his bookshelf is the same as it was before he died. Which begs the question, why is it so dark in here? I shine my phone toward the window to see what's up with the curtains. Oh? Underneath the darkness, lock and chains, I find something you'd never expect in an ordinary room. A seal of some kind. Are those iron bars? But why? None of this makes any sense. But it's hard to deny something when it's staring you right in the face. In place of windows, I find a section of solid wall. It was this, not curtains, that was blocking out the light. A thick set of iron bars has been mounted across the wall, as if to keep something out, or perhaps to keep something trapped within. Knight in shining armor. Oh, this looks really bad. I don't know what this darkness means, but I do know that I've stumbled upon something I never should have laid eyes on. A cage of madness, that's what this is. I have to get out of this room right away. The others can't know I was here. Not Akiha, not Kohaku, not anybody. If someone found out, it'd probably damage our relationship beyond repair. No, I can't chicken out now. I continue searching the room, my phone lighting the way. The bookcase also catches my eyes, but I don't have time to rummage through it. I'll search Makihisa's desks first. That old man has always kept things just so if there's anything to find, I'm sure that's where I should look. He might have documents on Akiha, me, or the company hidden in one of his drawers. The first two drawers are unlocked, so I check them first. They're totally empty. The third drawer down, however, seems to require a key. I'm guessing this one hasn't been opened since my father died. I take off my glasses once again and kill the lock. These are excellent uses of the eyes, I'm just saying. He has done twice now excellent use of the eyes. That's how you do it. What is this, some kind of journal? Inside the last drawer are a bundle of old papers and a thick book. The paper looks to be a Tono family tree. What is this doing here? It looks pretty ancient. This must have passed down from generation to generation. Bingo! Right below Makihisa Tono, I find Shiki Tono and Akiha Tono. Wait a second. Dad adopted a child 9 years ago? Oh, but it sounds like they died soon after from a disease. 9 years ago, I would have been 8. I may have been young, but it's pretty weird that I don't have a single memory of them. Maybe it was the child of a mistress that was kept under wraps? But could the old man I know also know nonsense and by the book really be do something like that? Yes! Yes! I'm sorry, I could name a lot of people that are uptight and be like, this, we follow the rules exactly to the T. And turn around and be sleeping around the corner with 3 other men. Cheating on their husband. 5 kids at home, 1 in the hospital. Never in a million years. But all the family heads sure do die. Dad from an illness before reaching 50. The guy before him was an accident at 30, and his predecessor from suicide at 18. Hang on a second. That's too weird to just be a coincidence. I pore over the family tree. I didn't read it wrong. Everyone in the Tono family had died under mysterious circumstances. Suicides, accident, murders, unexplained disappearances. Not a single person on here died peacefully at the end of a long life. I don't know how else to explain it other than that they were cursed. The thing that sticks out most is that the majority of them took their own lives. Many killed themselves on the eve of their adulthood or soon after. They had the eyes. Light fades from my vision. There's a sensation of blood pulling in the back of my head. Numbness is spreading through my arms and legs, and my breathing grows shallower with every second. My gaze drifts back to the journal, focusing in on to ward off the rising feeling of vertigo and dread. I flip the page. This one's dated 2004. That's the same year the child Makihisa adopted passed away in secret. My eyes dissect each word before moving on to the next. The writing is neat. It looks to be penned by my late father's meticulous hand. I feverishly read the page. The Tono family is cursed. In recent years, children express latent genes from... This entry is almost 10 years old. The ink has faded in places, making the words difficult to decipher. Of course, my children and I have not been spared from this fate. Akiha exhibits especially strong. It pains me to think my children's future. A doctor to whom I was introduced claims that strict discipline from an early age could impede the surgery again tonight. I cannot tell Akiha. She no doubt resents me, hate me for my cruelty, but everything is for the Tono. Still, however, I'm relieved despite her blood being. Akiha is far more human than her brother. What is this? The Tono family is cursed? Latent gene surgery for Akiha? And who is that last line about? Her brother, her brother, her brother. The answer is Good evening, Shiki. Good afternoon, Shiki. I knew it. I freaking knew it. My stomach feels hot. The scar on my chest has gone numb plenty of times, but this is an entirely new experience. An excruciating pain erupts from within, like my organs are being branded with an iron rod. Sensation begins slipping away from my toes. I slump against the desk, attempting to brace myself with my hands, but unable to maintain my grip. I fall to the ground, back first. I'm afraid that journal isn't for your eyes. I've yet to give it a thorough inspection. Not that I had intended for you to see it in the first place. My mind drifts away. The man's voice, I was hoping you would stir up a bit more trouble for the little mistress. I don't know how you obtained that key, but I call it a stroke of misfortune that you did. By the time I noticed, my breathing had long since ceased. The lines, once clear as day, are gone, as is my headache. Of course, only now does it dawn on me. Those insufferable headaches were also kind of a salvation. I mean, how am I supposed to wake up without them? Shikitono, whose body has lost its function long ago, drifts off into an eternal sleep. I knew your ass was up to something. I know it. I know it. And now we're dead. And now we're dead again. All right. Oh, wait. No, go back. Hold up. Let's check the flowchart. Okay. Alright. Load. Death. Yes, load this data. I really wanted that to be cool, and I failed miserably. There we go, right button. I'm not that cool. I'm not that cool. And now we just get to sit here, the man in black. The man cloaked in shadow. Thinking back, he must have been lying in wait for me. He knew the path I would take home. Judging by his form, I'm certain he wasn't human. Which means it's fair to venture that he was a vampire. Could Arkwright's enemy have decided to target me now that I know I'm helping her? In any case, I don't have to worry about him anymore. That eye, twisted and seething with hatred, is closed now. The vampire was able to see the same lines I could, but he's been vanquished by the nun. That's it? That was the most disappointing line ever. Let's go with Kohaku. We're just skipping through it. It's my nature to look here at you guys when I forget my camera is now up here. Alright, we're going to do the first floor. Again. Oh, wait. Nope. That's not... I'm done. Yes, we'll just jump back. Because we want to do the second floor. Take a walk around the second floor. Alright. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't do anything too hasty. Arkwright's words still rest uneasily on my mind, but there's no guarantee I'll find what I'm looking for in the old man's study. What would I say to Kohaku or Hisui if they caught me snooping around? There's too much risk involved. I decided to walk around the first floor instead. I wound it up back where I was. What do you want from me? I guess this game's gonna make me listen to Akiha. I don't want to listen to her. I don't wanna. We'll do as Akiha says. I guess I got no choice. If I keep going against her wishes, I feel like I'll just make her cry. Okay, I'll stay in and rest tonight. I lie back down. Really? You won't try to sneak out later tonight, right? I won't. Honestly, my body's still pretty sluggish. I don't think I could slip out unnoticed even if I wanted to. Thank goodness. Okay, lowers her shoulders, obviously relieved. Hisui, go tell Kohaku my brother is awake. Will you be having dinner tonight, Shiki? Oh, right. Sorry, but I don't have much of an appetite. I think I'm just gonna sleep. Alright, Hisui. Inform Kohaku as such. You apologize to Hisui. Justice for Hisui. Well then. Now that I'm lying down, my fatigue sets in again, lulling me towards a deep slumber. I've probably got a minute at best before I fall back asleep. But before I do... Akiha? Has that place in the garden always been there? Yes, we played there often as children. Huh. For some reason, I don't really remember it. Yeah, I totally forgotten it. In fact... Can I ask you another question? This one's kind of weird. Was there, another kid we used to play with? Huh? Akiha tilts her head in confusion. That's a reasonable response. Of course there wasn't anyone else. But if there wasn't, then something doesn't add up. What I saw in my dream, and the dream I had in the clearing, if they're the same, there has to have been another child. A child who was killed. Otherwise... It's the brother! It's the brother!
ただの夢の話だ。
Oh, it's nothing. Something I dreamed.
そうですか。
I see. Nothing. Good night,
ゆ
Shiki.
っくり休んでください。
Please try to get some rest. The brother from when we just last died. Yeah, we'll do. But what happened? What happened? My consciousness is cut off from the moment I respawn. The tightening in my chest each time the tightening I feel in my chest each time I go to sleep isn't there tonight. It's like a switch has been flipped in my mind. As if to escape from all that's happened today, Shikitono sinks deep into the dark abyss. I guess we're overwriting the... Oh! Oh! Are we at the climax? I don't think we have time to start this one. So unfortunately, we're going to have to end it there. You know? So, when we get back, I won't be here for the next 2 weeks. So, unfortunately, if you are in my area and want to come out to the food festival, the Otaku Food Festival in Denton, you're welcome to. But I'm going to be in Denver the next week, so I will see y'all in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks. No, wait. Actually, I will be back. I won't be here next Sunday, but I will be back the following Sunday. So we will at least get one more of these. I just remembered. I get back. So. Title. Gallery? Flowchart. You just want to check this out. Alrighty, everybody. Have a good night.